popping everybody, 𝗜𝗡𝗩𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗠 is here for the weekly video. And today's video is gonna be about the entertainment industry. Now, first of all, this video is gonna be no numbers at all. This video is all gonna be about brainstorming. It's gonna be the Star Wars of ideas. It's gonna be a super world war of ideas. And I'm gonna put together all the ideas that came to me this week about the entertainment industries. Pretty much everything started. This video started because I was reading an article on the Financial Times, and this article was discussing pretty much about different companies. Those companies were actually, I'm gonna read them. Those companies were Disney, Viacom, CBC, Discovery, Netflix, Fox, AT&T, and they were discussing different things. Pretty much they were analyzing those companies from a financial standpoint. They were discussing things like at what multiple those companies are trading per share compared to the future earning that they're going to be in 2024. Or pretty much they were saying what's the market capitalization of every company, or they were discussing how Viacom CBC has a market capitalization that is pretty much getting closer to the one that Netflix had, or they're discussing how some older companies in the media industries were going down in 2020 on the stock market, and some other ones were going up, like Netflix. It was crazy, and pretty much they were analyzing all of those things, and they were trying to make sense, or they were trying to relate those things, those financial things, with the online streaming service that each company was providing. And they were trying to make pretty much this connection in the whole article. And reading this article, I just want to analyze a different point of view. I want to discuss a different point of view pretty much, because they were saying, okay, so some companies are innovating and they're using online streaming, and investors really like that. Some others are not using that, some are growing because of that. But this article was not analyzing something that, according to me, it's revolutionizing this online streaming, and it's the quality and the type of content that is being just distributed and consumed through the online streaming. Because pretty much this article was also mentioning things like YouTube. And what I want to say is that television is changing, yes, how they were saying, and the content of television itself is changing. And the biggest change, according to me, is that, well, that's pretty natural, obviously, that the content now is people. Everybody's making its own content, and for me, now I want to share personally my perspective as a consumer of content online. And my television, I don't watch television, I never watch television, never watch anything on television. Pretty much my television is YouTube, and or my television is Twitch. Twitch is a streaming company by Amazon. Probably the majority of you know, but for those of you who don't, Twitch is a streaming company by Amazon, and what those things have in common is that the creators are just people, and you can find now, pretty much now, it is increasing. You can find any topic on Twitch or on YouTube, more on YouTube, of course, because it's older for now. And every people is having pretty much his own television. And I have to say that I just love that. Because, for example, for me, television is boring. And on the other side, the amateur content is becoming the normal content. Pretty much, I like to go on YouTube if I want to watch something that is education. For example, about finance or real estate or personal finance. I love, personally, to watch Stephen Graham's show, YouTube channel, and it's amazing. Or, and I don't watch television anymore. I don't watch Fox News or any of those channels. Well, even if they're Americans, I don't watch the Italian version of that. That's the point. Or, when I have to watch something funny, I'm watching the streaming of somebody that is called Nello Taver. Shout out to Nello Taver. And you may laugh about that, but pretty much that's another change in content that is happening. Because if you think about it, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I don't know, I don't really know how many years ago, you were watching stand-up comedies in televisions. Or you were watching I don't know, funny programs on television, or you were watching, in Italy, you were watching 𝗜𝗛𝗩𝗧𝗠𝗘𝗡𝗟𝗦. Honestly, I've never watched that, I don't like that. But what is changing is that now people are watching Twitch channels, and because they're funny, because they like the people, and also the content that is distributed through those platforms. It's a little bit more wild, of course, because what's behind television is, of course, organized by the company behind the channel. And that makes sense. There are some rules, parameters to be met. Those are companies. And the wild side of the other channels and content and media content is what I love so much. There are no rules. And of course, you can say that those can become companies as well. But right now they're so small. Right now they're one person. Like, for example, one person, pretty much everybody started with one person with just a telephone or a video camera. And maybe that was Italian. Anyway, and they're free. They don't have rules. Pretty much they can create whatever they want. They're free. And the crazy thing is that they're bringing so much volume on those channels. If you think about some YouTubers out there, well, we have to say that every YouTube niche has different dimensions, of course. Some of them are bigger because YouTube, as we know, started with funny, or we can also say strange videos, and some YouTubers that are doing those kinds of things are 30 million of followers or subscribers on YouTube. And now it's becoming bigger. Personal finance or investing, that is just amazing. You know, it's amazing. So pretty much this was about the content on the online streaming that is changing. Now I also want to mention another very, according to me, important thing, which is the revenue model that is changing. And pretty much we have to discuss the revenue model from two different sides actually right now, because it's a bit different. We have the revenue model of the companies, the streaming companies, the online companies. We can say YouTube or Twitch, but there are many others. We're gonna talk about those. The revenue model for those companies and the revenue model for the content creator itself, which was different before. Pretty much, as we know, YouTube and Twitch, they work as platforms for people that make content for themselves. So, of course, we see that the business model is already changing. The content is made by people in those cases. And now, those platforms are making money, selling space for advertisement online. And there is something that we can say was also common to television in the old days. They're just selling it differently. Pretty much now people can access the actions of the bid and the bidding to buy the advertisement publicly through the net. That is fast. We can say that. Pretty much that is fast, super fast. You just go online, depending on the company, do whatever you have to do, prepare your media content, and you put it out there fast. Also, we have to say that the bidding here, the bidding system on the ads is different. Is different pretty much because we have a lot of data that is just different data that is analyzing different things. For example, the click-through rate, and based on all those concepts together, those companies are selling the ad space. On the other side, we also have to analyze the revenue model that is coming for creators. And of course, this is also a baby. This is a baby because this is an industry that was born less than 20 years ago. And of course, every platform has a different age. Like Twitch is younger than YouTube, we can say. But the point is that YouTube, any content creator right now is making money being paid for the content they put on the platform. So also the way the content is being delivered is changing the way in which we can say the actors in this case are changing this space. And those are two important things that I wanted to mention. Pretty much from my personal point of view, I love that, I like that, it's amazing. And I also want to share another thing, which is a story that I got to learn just this week. This makes me think about venture capital. venture capital deals, we can say, and pretty much I know many people are gonna think this is crazy, doesn't make sense, it's something new, or it's a joke, or it's stupid. But listen to this. Pretty much Snapchat is it's another platform, it's a social media, it's to put content out, and it's very young. It's less than 10 years older. And what Snapchat did in its early days, because it is already a young company, but anyway, Snapchat did kind of a venture capital deal years ago, when it was, I guess, the first one, or for sure the only one that I know, or one of the first one that happened that I know. And what they did, they gave money and they funded a channel on YouTube that right now it's huge. The channel is the Yes Theory. What is this channel about? It's a bunch of guys, one comes from Egypt, shout out to the Yes Theory channel, and they do crazy stuff, but also very informative stuff. And basically the concept behind the channel is to seek everything that makes the actors, I don't know, the people in this channel feel uncomfortable. And they do pretty much amazing stuff, because from what I saw, they go in countries that people have never been in general, they experience stuff, they interview people. If you think about it, that's information that is given, and it's super cool. Right now this channel has, I guess, I don't want to be wrong, but it's in the tens of millions of subscribers, for sure, people watching it even more. And this is a project that was born from the funding that the channel and the company, in this case, received by Snapchat. This is just amazing, because the funding that Snapchat gave to those people pretty much gave them the possibility and the freedom to execute their ideas. And now, there are a couple of point of views that we can analyze here. Because of course, as a venture capital, you want to see the investment and the return on investment that the venture capital firm makes on the investment. And in this case, this is a special case, because Snapchat bought part of the company that was born from this, but then the producers and the owner of the company bought the share back, they say, the amount is undisclosed, but for a good price. And this is because they wanted to give those people the opportunity to keep on growing, not draining their cash, we can say, to make the channel and the company grow. This is just amazing, because if we really think about this, this is a sort of venture capital that was, for sure, this business model in venture capital, it is not, it's kind of new. Honestly, everything that goes on probably in venture capitalism, it's kind of new. But this one, it's just something that I wanted to mention about, because it's revolutionizing a lot of things. I think it's very cool, and it's real opportunities. I know some people may think it's just, I don't know, not real maybe, but those were three people from 3 different countries, if I'm not wrong, one of them from Egypt again, and they came together and they built a company that right now exists, and it's a company that is profitable and it's growing. That's just amazing, and it's, I'm asking myself, how is this gonna change in the years? Are venture capital firms gonna give, I don't know much, but are they gonna give money, that's the point, to content creators, I don't know, growing on Twitch? Maybe, are they gonna give money to a kid that is 17 years old, living in, I don't know where in Italy, or I don't know where in the United States, or I don't know where in Egypt, maybe again, because this already happened, to build and grow that channel? And are they gonna get a revenue stream from that? Are they gonna get a positive ROI? Is this gonna become something that is very big in the future? Is this gonna become something that is gonna make a lot of money in the future? I don't know, ideas brainstorming, this is so cool anyways. There are so many things that we can talk about here. Also, how do you grow a company that starts from there? And also, does every channel or creator, is every channel and creator going to become a company? Probably not for very different reasons, but this is something new and this is something that is growing and this is something that I think it will become cooler. First, that's what I can say for sure. The ROI on everything that is happening in this space will be cooler, positive. And you can measure that. You can measure how cool is something. For sure it's cool for the young ones. That 100%. Also, not everybody, not just for everybody that is building on those platforms, but also for everybody that is watching, because honestly, I like to watch young people discussing topics from their perspective. I like to watch what they have to say, or to hear what they have to say without filters. I like to watch whatever they want to build, in any way they want to build, completely free and creative. And pretty much remember, this is not just young people. If you look at Joe Rogan, this is a guy that is, I don't know, I guess my dad's age, 50 years old or 45 or something like that, or I don't know, 39 maybe. I don't know, but he's not a kid, he's an adult, and he's making amazing content on the internet, calling so many different types of people and pretty much changing all the time. He's calling Elon Musk, he's calling Kanye West, he's calling people from the FBI, you know? It's crazy. And I don't know. That's pretty much what I wanted to discuss today, guys. No filter, no script, no nothing. I know I should put some images over here as somebody discusses on my other video. I'll try, that's what I can say. And thank you for watching. I hope it was fun, enjoyable. And have a good weekend, everybody. From your guy, peace, that's everything. Venture capital on YouTube or Twitch, who knows? Venture capital on what? Venture capital on TikTok, venture capital on... oh man, I don't even know. See you guys, have an amazing weekend and day.